Hello, this is Reshonellis for Urban Beats Radio 2, and today we're interviewing Shaquita Williams on her new book. Today, Shaquita.
I'm well. How about yourself?
I'm doing awesome. So tell us a little bit about yourself.
My name is Shaquita Williams. I am an author. I'm a speaker. I'm also an entrepreneur. So I'm the founder of a nonprofit organization here in Atlanta, basically where we help homeless youth and young adults. I'm also the owner of the eyelash line, Unique Glamorous Expressions.
Wow, awesome. That's great.
Thank you.
Okay, so tell us what is the title of your book.
The title of my new book published is Live Through It, Practical and Spiritual Principles to Overcoming Your Storms.
Okay, and what inspired you to write your book?
Oh, gosh. For me, it was everything that I experienced growing up, from being a child to into my adulthood. Those hurts, those traumas, those things that basically kind of kept me stagnant from growing or even seeing my potential or my growth. I knew that those things that I had to heal from, basically.
Okay.
So yeah, I knew once that I healed, I knew that I had to share that same information with the world. There's no reason why we all can't help each other on this journey of healing and growth and just kind of find our purpose here in the world.
Exactly. So it's like a testimony to help yourself and also to help others.
Absolutely.
As well.
Throughout this book or writing this book, there was so much I learned about me.
Exactly.
There was so much that I was authentic with and I was transparent with within this book, and that was my whole goal. To basically not only give my testimony, but give the rawness of the testimony, those things that no one wants to talk about or no one wants to discuss or feel comfortable with speaking about. Those were the things I wanted to include, I knew needed to be included in order for someone else to heal.
Exactly. So do you want to tell us some of the things that you actually discussed in your book?
Of course. Some of the things I touched on within the book was, like I stated, being molested at a young age. I was actually between the ages of 9 and 11. That not only caused a lot of emotional damage, a lot of mental damage, a lot of psychological damage. And from that moment, that started this journey of defiant behavior. It started a new world for me that I was not ready to be introduced to, as well as, again, addiction to porn. Being molested at such a young age opened up so many doors that I did not anticipate on. Of course, at the age of 9, when most children are playing with doll babies or Barbie dolls, I was looking for porn magazines. There's a chapter in my book called Parasitic Attachments. And in that chapter, I break down different relationships, different friendships, things that I felt like not only tried to destroy my character, but just me, period. Dealing with verbal abuse from relationships, a little bit of physical abuse from some relationships, and just knowing that even in that time or even during that season, that there was still healing.
Exactly.
And so again, my situation might not totally be domestic as what it may be for other individuals, but still what I offer in terms of principles and different things that I needed to overcome or how I overcame it, I felt like that could be applied to someone else who's facing similar relationships or interactions with people. I speak about another soft subject for many, which is mental health. With everything that I had gone through from a child well into adulthood as well, I dealt with a lot of depression, severe depression. Even from the age of 18, having a doctor prescribe me some medication that I had no idea what it was, didn't understand it, wasn't sure about it, and just never took it. But for me, that should have been an eye-opener at that time that, okay, there are some other issues I'm not addressing.
Exactly.
And so I felt like maybe if I'm able to be transparent and I'm able to be raw and authentic, and for everyone who thought that I had it all together, to say, okay, well, she struggles with depression, or she was molested, or, to say these things happen, but to say, look who I am today.
Right. You don't look like what you've been through.
Exactly.
At all.
Look
you
what God did today. Exactly.
And
look what God did.
Yeah, I would definitely like to say that's the first step right there to healing, is to talk about it.
Absolutely.
Like, your oppressor or whatever, they may win by you being quiet.
Absolutely.
Not saying anything, but when you open up and begin to discuss it, and then you realize there are other people outside of yourself that have experienced the same thing.
Absolutely.
So that's the number one step to healing right
The thing that was a blessing for me, even in writing and kind of promote and live through it, I had a lot of people basically inbox me and said, thank you for telling the story.
Exactly.
I couldn't tell.
Exactly.
And when I saw that, I said, okay, this is what it is.
That means you have a voice.
That was confirmation for me that there are others who are still even later in their age, who are still dealing with their issues, who are still dealing with being molested, who are still dealing with rape, who are still dealing with sexual assault. And if I don't tell my story, or I don't tell how I was able to overcome those issues, then what is my purpose?
Exactly. You could actually be saving someone else's life right now.
Exactly. And you know what? It's funny that you say that. Within the book, I touch on suicidal thoughts.
Yes.
That was something that I dealt with as a child growing up, and so again, these are areas that make some people uncomfortable.
Right.
You know what I mean? Being able to say that, yeah, I contemplated suicide, not once but twice.
Exactly.
Or to be able to say that, yeah, I struggled with being molested. So it's repeated trauma.
Right.
And to me, if you don't understand or you don't grasp exactly how to heal from that trauma, it's trauma that'll keep reoccurring.
Exactly.
And you'll keep suffering and you'll keep dying internally. Although it's a testimony of things I've gone through, it's still a book of resilience.
It frees you.
Exactly.
You're free
It's a
now.
book of perseverance. It's like,
anything.
okay, this happened, but God.
Exactly. But God.
But God.
Exactly. But God. You can do anything.
So yeah, and it also touches on cancer. I'm also a cancer survivor.
Okay.
I'm currently, as of today, I'm in 5-year remission.
Awesome.
Praise God.
Praise
Yeah.
God. Definitely.
So the book actually speaks about that. It speaks about sickness. It speaks about spirituality from that standpoint. For me, it was whose report will you believe?
Wow, that's a lot. You've experienced a lot.
Yes.
So what advice would you give to your younger self?
Oh gosh.
Now that you're the woman that you are today, what would you tell Shaquita, the younger Shaquita?
The younger 9-year-old Shaquita?
Yes.
Oh,
Yes. What
God.
advice would you give her?
What advice would I give 9-year-old Shaquita? Can I split them up? Can I do? Okay, we'll do 9-year-old Shaquita,
Okay.
and then we'll do teenage Shaquita, because those were
Definitely.
2 different Shaquitas.
Definitely.
The 9-year-old, I would say, no more fear.
Absolutely.
No more fear. If you're able to speak up, find your voice.
That's right.
Find your voice and say, okay, no, this is wrong. Find your voice enough to be comfortable, enough to be able to go to someone, someone that you trust or someone that you love, that you're comfortable enough to speak about what's going on with you.
Exactly.
So that would be one. Just no more fear. No more fear. The teenage Shaquita, oh God. Oh, the teenage Shaquita would be, live your truth.
Yes.
Live your truth. Find yourself first.
Right.
Not only find yourself, the biggest, because I struggled with this for years. And this was loving myself.
Exactly.
And because I didn't love myself, I accepted any and everything.
Exactly.
So that's what I would probably tell the teenage Shaquita. And I think that kind of resonates with me more than what I would tell 9-year-old Shaquita.
Exactly. Because you're in different stages of your life. You're maturing.
Exactly. But if teenage Shaquita had just loved herself,
Yes.
there was some things that she wouldn't have blindly walked into.
Exactly.
So yeah.
So what message would you want other women to take from your book, from your story, from your testimony?
Live free.
Yeah.
Be free. Be it when you're able to be yourself, live your truth, and to not only live your truth, accept your truth, accept that whatever happened.
Right.
Accept that whatever will be. When you're able to live your truth, accept it, and walk into it, just watch what God will do.
Exactly.
Watch you begin to find your purpose and walk in that purpose.
Right.
So what I would just tell women is just live free.
Exactly.
Whatever it is that's holding you, that's keeping you stagnant, find out what that thing is, what that it is, and address it. Don't cope.
Exactly.
Address it.
Deal with all of it.
Deal with it.
Come free.
Exactly.
And you can move on in your life.
Exactly. That's how you
Freely.
heal.
Exactly. So when is the release date of your book?
Live Through It is due to be released January 31st. That's when we'll actually start sending out autographed copies. People are able to actually now pre-order the book through my website at www.livethroughit.com, and that's LIVETHRUIT.com. That's what we're taking pre-orders now, and it's actually the perk of doing it pre-order is that it's the price decrease, so it's a plus if you go ahead and purchase your books now, and they will receive their autographed copies when books are released, as well as those who actually show to the book release that will be in February. So please continue to watch out on the website, Live Through It, to see when the book release will be or the book launch will be. I'm inviting everyone.
Awesome. That's going to be fabulous.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so where can followers follow you on social media?
Yes. On Instagram and Facebook, you can follow me at Live Through It 7, which is LIVETHRUIT and the number 7. That's on both Instagram and Facebook.
Okay.
For those who are battling with their storms or with molestation particularly or sexual assault, I also have a Facebook group called Survivor Circle.
Okay.
That's a private book for a private page for those, or a private group for those who are struggling with healing from that. And basically we offer support, we offer motivation, we offer love. We're there to accept you in love, and this is a journey we all take.
Exactly.
So this is a healing journey that you can't do alone, so why not let us join you?
Exactly. Seems like we're all in this together.
Exactly. And again,
support.
that group is on Facebook, and it's called Survivor Circle.
Okay, awesome. Well, thank you for telling us your story today. You've been a joy to have here at Urban Beats Radio 2, and we will continue to follow you and see what you do next.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me.
Thank you. Thank you so much.